One thing I tell sellers all the time is this: disclosure is not about making your home sound worse than it is. It's about avoiding surprises. And surprises are usually what create the most problems once a buyer is already under contract. A seller might think, I'm selling the home as is, so I don't really need to explain much. But that's not how this works. As is does not mean say nothing. If you know something about the home that could affect the value, condition, safety, or the buyer's decision, and it's not obvious, it should probably be disclosed. I'm Tyler Gibson with the GPG Team. In this video, I want to walk through what sellers should think about before listing, what usually needs to be disclosed, and why being upfront can actually make the transaction smoother. Now, I'm not giving legal advice here. Disclosure rules can depend on the property and the situation. But from a real estate standpoint, the idea is simple. If you know about a material issue, don't hope the buyer misses it. Get the right guidance and deal with it early. Most of the time, these things come out anyway. They might come out during the inspection. They might come out during the insurance review. They might come out when permits are checked. Or they might come out right before closing. And the later it comes out, the more damage it can do to the deal. The first thing sellers should think about is known defects. That could be a roof leak, plumbing issue, electrical concern, HVAC problem, drainage issue, water intrusion, pest damage, or anything else that could affect the property. The key word is known. You're not expected to know what you don't know. But if you do know about something, pretending it never happened is where sellers can get into trouble. If the roof leaked last year and you had it repaired, say so. If there was a plumbing leak and restoration work was done, say so. If the AC has had repeated problems or there was termite treatment in the past, those are the types of things a buyer may need to know. That does not mean the home is a bad home. Every home has history, but buyers need an accurate picture. A buyer can usually work through a known issue. What buyers struggle with is feeling like something was hidden. The next big area is water damage and flooding. In Florida, this matters a lot. Water issues can affect repairs, insurance, buyer confidence, and future risk. If water has ever entered the home, if there was flood damage, if there was a flood insurance claim, or if the property has drainage problems during heavy rain, those are not things to ignore. A home can look clean during a showing and still have a water history. That's why disclosure matters. Flood maps can help, but they don't tell the whole story. The property's actual history still matters. Another thing sellers should think through is repairs and insurance claims. A lot of sellers get nervous about disclosing repairs because they think it makes the home look bad. Sometimes it does the opposite. If there was a problem and it was fixed properly, documentation can help the buyer feel better. A roof leak with a professional repair receipt is better than a mystery stain on the ceiling. A plumbing issue with restoration paperwork is better than a buyer finding signs of damage and wondering what happened. So before listing, gather what you have: receipts, permits, warranties, insurance claim information, termite treatment records, contractor invoices. You don't need to overwhelm the buyer with paperwork, but you should be organized. When questions come up, documentation keeps the conversation calmer. Another area that comes up a lot is unpermitted work. Maybe a garage was converted, maybe a porch was enclosed, maybe a bathroom was added, maybe electrical or plumbing was moved. Sometimes the seller did the work, sometimes the work was already there when they bought the home. Either way, if you know there may be unpermitted work or unclear permit history, address it early. Unpermitted work does not automatically kill a deal, but surprises around unpermitted work can. It can affect inspection, appraisal, financing, insurance, and future resale. Sellers should also think about HOA or condo issues. Buyers are not just buying the house, they're buying the rules that come with it. If there are known HOA violations, pending special assessments, unpaid fees, rental restrictions, pet rules, parking issues, or approval requirements, those things can matter. Especially in Central Florida, where rental restrictions and short-term rental rules can completely change how a buyer looks at a property. So don't treat HOA information like a small detail. It can be a major part of the buyer's decision. There are also a few specific disclosure items sellers should know about. If the home was built before 1978, lead-based paint disclosure rules may apply. In Florida, radon disclosure language is also part of many real estate transactions, and if there is a pending code enforcement issue, that needs to be handled carefully. These are not the most exciting parts of selling a home, but they matter. If you're not sure whether something should be disclosed, don't guess. Gather your records. Think through the home honestly. Were there leaks? Was there flooding? Was there storm damage? Was any work done without permits? Are there unresolved notices or HOA issues? If the answer is yes, bring it up before the home goes live. Not after the buyer finds it. Not after the inspection. Not 3 days before closing. Before. That does not mean every issue becomes a deal breaker. Most issues are manageable when they're handled early. The price can reflect it, the terms can reflect it, the repair history can explain it, the buyer can make an informed decision. But when something feels hidden, trust breaks down. And once trust breaks down, everything gets harder. At the end of the day, disclosure is about clarity. It gives buyers the information they need, and it helps sellers reduce surprises, conflict, and last-minute problems. No home is perfect. Buyers know that, but they do expect honesty. So before you list, take time to think through what you know. Gather your records, ask questions, and be clear about anything that could matter. That's how you list with a cleaner plan, and that's how you keep the transaction from getting derailed by something that should have been discussed up front.